everyone, welcome to real-time watercolor painting. Once again, you know what, we're going to take this brush here, which I always hated this brush. It is Fumui. I don't know how you pronounce that. I'm going to be bold and just try to cover a lot of ground down here. And let's just get some kind of medium green. Grab a little bit of all these greens and have a nice color that's not straight from the tube. That looks pretty wet. All right, let's just see. I don't even know where my reference is, but the reference was not that great. Oh, look, we got that up there too. That's that'd be a good thing to throw some green on. And let's just try a little bit right here. Why not? Oh yeah, that looks good. Except I wish I wouldn't have hit this right here. Let's try to pull that out. Okay, much better. And why don't we here, let's just try to sort of punctuate, let's punctuate this big space right there. That looks bad. And I don't like that, but whatever. I think we improved. I forgot all about this one. I was thinking of going back to the scene and actually try to see about, say, hi, we are a reflection of what's above. Let's see how that, take a little bit out right here. And how about we just try hit random brown we got going here, like I don't know, that's gray, but here's some sort of a brown that's a little on the yellow side. That looks kind of good. And I re-upped on paper towels, thank goodness. And let's see if we can't just come right down here. How about we just do some dots and say these dots are going to be tree trunk reflections in slightly wavy water. Here we try to get some very fine ones, and here we're going to just pick up some of this so it's not as pronounced. This one seems a little bold also. That looks pretty good. I think that's going to dry nice. And I'm going to go see about here, we'll try to go, let me just get a hint of red now, just to, okay, go a little darker. This is a burnt umber that leans green. I forgot what they call the actual color. Okay, that's not too bad. And this is kind of an echo of what we tried to do down here, which was to taking a sign from Salvador Dali. We thought we would use big brush strokes to depict water. That does not look very good, but you know, what the heck, we got a tree there. Try right here, a couple little, I don't think that hurts, you know, it looks all right. Maybe we'll get a little more pronounced on this particular one. So that's cool. And then here, I don't really like this, but let's see if we can just pull out a highlight right there. That, I don't know if that brush is so great. It's a cheapo brush. When I first got that brush on Amazon, I was like, oh, I'm gonna get some Sable brushes. And I see those like 18 bucks for 10 brushes, and I thought, wow, that must be like for real, right? So I ordered it, and I really never liked them for watercolor, is what happened. Okay, well, that's coming along. That looks good. Now, back to my brush that I don't like. I wanted to just get kind of a mediocre green, something that's not too aggressive. And I guess that looks like a good wimpy green. Here's a Little test strip here. That looks good. I mean, that's like that's not gonna make any waves, right? So I'm gonna just see. Here we're painting from imagination because I'm just gonna try to come in here and get some kind of build some volume. And yes, I guess we just built some volume, so that's a win there. Okay, I'm gonna maybe put some right here because we want to have a complexity over here. A complexity, yet this is a place where we don't want anyone to look, but we want to be there with a presence. And I'm going to try to go a little more intense now. And that is this one here. That's a little bit too intense, but I want to get something a little bit stronger. And maybe this is it. Let's see. Let's throw a dot up here and just see what we're looking at. Oh no, that looks horrible. It's just too much, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that's okay. I don't know. I don't even like that, but you know what we have here is, you know, a bunch of really graphic. Hey, thanks for these. I'm gonna start reading the chat. Okay. Hello to you, Daniel. Thank you for the greeting. Thank you for the compliment. Now I'm reading the chat. Yes, Seabass. North Florida. Hey, get down, North Florida. I'm South Florida. And Justin Wilson, hello, and thanks for the greeting. Wow, Justin Wilson, the #1. You got a #1 crown there. Way to go, and I sure appreciate it. Wow, 4 thumbs up. That's crazy, man. Thank you so much, everybody. Wow, that's great. I haven't had 4 thumbs up on a live stream since I don't know when. I mean, my record is like, I don't know, 20 or something, but that was a fluke. And then my record before that was, I don't know, 8. So 4, that's just dynamite. Anyway, so what we're trying to do here is build volume in this thing, which we have been working on like, I don't know, weeks. If you look back to when we started it, I mean, it was a long time ago. All right, that looks okay. Not great. I don't really like it a lot, but because it's kind of coming forward and we're trying to build a structure where these flowers are going to be popping forward. So I don't know if that's such a great thing down there. I'm going to try right there a little bit, which looks terrible, but let me just blot a couple things up. Looks good. Now I'm going to get like a burnt umber gray happening. And this is a burnt umber that leans green, which I forget the name of it. I'm gonna look up the names of these colors. But it's like a burnt umber, but you know, every burnt umber has a little subtle difference in it, right? So this particular burnt umber, it seems to lean green. So anyway, just try and grab some of that. Again, I'm using one of the cheapest brush I own. This thing costs maybe $1. And it's supposedly stable, but it never really, I've had stable brushes in my life, and this does not really act like the stable brush. I mean, it's like an amazing experience. We got like a $40 stable brush. It just does amazing things with the watercolor, but you know, this is what it is. I actually used a lot of these brushes for oil painting, and I was pretty happy with the oil painting performance. Anyway, I'm gonna just try and come in here and just say, hey, we are happening with this background. And that looks like stupid, but you know, hopefully it's gonna fade out and not be too noticeable. I don't know. Let's try to even that up. Okay, we're trying to get the these, where we're going to paint these flowers, you know, in my imagination, that area is really going to pop and say, hey, we're flowers, we are the focal point of the painting, and everything back here is just going to be kind of like a blurry and sweet and innocent little background. So I'm blotting some up because it just seemed weird. I'm going to try to blot up a little there too. Okay. And I don't really like the edge right here. I'm going to just try to soften the edge. Let's see if we can say, hi, we're a soft edge. And so I'm just rubbing the edge, and yes, it's getting a little softer. Okay. And maybe this edge could go softer too, I don't know. And I'll try to pull out. There we go. Alright. I really don't like that color at all, so whatever. I'm going to put this, I got this little scrap of gray here. I'm going to cover that with a little scrap of gray. Here goes. Okay. I left this little thing there because why not? I'm going to go gray a little right there. I hope was not a mistake, but maybe maybe it's okay. And come down here a little bit, just to say, hey, we're nothing special. Don't even look at us. Is the idea. That looks horrible. Really, oh my gosh, that looks really bad. You try to just smear that whole thing. And that's no good either. That's like a high contrast at the edge, where I always try to avoid high contrast anywhere around the edge. So anyway, let's see what's on here. I'm just going to try to say tone it down, this white. Just make the white a little bit more subtle, just so it could sort of blend in. I mean, what this really was a wooden fence back there. If you look back, I don't know, a month maybe, you will see me sitting outside painting these flowers from life. And then, I don't know, an hour went by and then we decided to leave. Anyway, so what we're really trying to do though, and this thing is coming out nice, right? What we're really trying to do is this one, which, you know, maybe it could be almost done. Is there any wet paint? Maybe wet paint on there. So we got that thing. Now this one we started last December 29th. You want to look it up. We painted this from life. I got a couple of videos that show paint from life. And now we are painting from photo. And let's see. So last time we were worked on this, we tried to make the wood look more woody. I think we're going to keep going, trying to make the wood look woody because it needs some darker darks. Let's go back to our go-to burnt umber, which I said leans green. You can sort of see it leaning green right there, right? And this is another burnt umber. This one leans red. So mix both those together and let's see if we got just some kind of nice contrast. So here, this is the only dark up there, which, you know, we've been very timid trying to go dark, but I'm going to go ahead and let's see. And then this is the neat thing, is the thing that's supposed to make it look glassy is that we have, you know, it goes down here and then comes out down there. That's supposed to be enhancing the concept that we have a reflection of the glass. And I'm going to also just put a little bit right there, which is not great, but, you know, just trying to continually build on the, I'm going to try like right here. This area was a problem area for the glass before. Spent a lot of work on another live on this area right here because you know, it was just determined that it was a problem area. And I'm gonna see if I just get a couple lines up here, and hopefully by adding just a few of these lines we can just, I'm gonna try like a dotted line here. And you know, a dotted line, and then you smear it later with watercolor. That can help to, and look at this, we got there a little knot in the wood. Let's see if we can't depict that somehow. I'm going to just try to come here and see if we can say hi where the knot in the wood. And now we want to like blend this out so it's not quite so aggressive. And I guess a little bit right there, and I'm gonna try to pick some up right here. That looks pretty good. Okay, we got a mini win. And this is a bit intense. I'm gonna just lift off some of this paint right here because I mean it's okay. And then this, we got a fictional, you have a fictional little point right there, and I don't know if that's good or not. I suspect it's not really good, but too late now. And I wonder if we can just come down here also and just say, hi, I am the edge of the grapefruit. And I don't know, that does not look too promising, but I'm going to try to blend that. And it could be good. Let's see. That's weird. It's not that good. We need a shadow down here. I think I'm going to try this same color. Pick up some of that paint right there. That same color, but lean into the red version. And I think we're just going to add a little bit of red to that here. I don't know what color this is right here, but there's a lot of red happening. There we go. So we're just going to be a little more warm down here. Very critical moment here. This is, you know, it's actually this, which is seen through the top end of the glass. So very important, important paint strokes happening right here. Let's see. And, you know, that does not look that good at all. But wait. And I'm seeing, you see this little red hue there? I feel like we could add that hue. We kind of tiptoed around the hue. And then down here, I think we really want a yellow right there. And here I messed up my picture with splashing water on it, but I would say that we want this to be a dark. So I'm going to just try boldly go dark right here. And I'm going to leave this sliver right here for the moment. And I just want to get this bump out of here. Where just that bump was an unplanned bump. And this, you know, I don't know if I like that at all. This color, this hue here. This is not too bad. I'm gonna wait till this dries, and then I'm gonna do the same thing we did right there, which is kind of like paint over it. Or actually, it was not there. It was right here. We just painted over it with a super muted tone just to make it so it wasn't such an intense you know, area of white. So like I don't want to do it now because it's going to be too much. It's going to end us up with a large area of a single tone, which is something I usually like to avoid. And boy, that looks both good and horrible at the same time. This looks nice, this little thing we just made. Wow. Okay, let's see if we can't I'm gonna just see if we get like a new brownish to say, hi, we're gonna be the some kind of accent of wood. And let's see, we have this thing right here. We kind of, with the poetic license, we brought it down lower, and let's see what that could do. If we could say, I'm gonna try to actually go, I see the pros, they would turn their watercolor paper to get masterful strokes like the ones I'm trying to do here. Now, I've always been reluctant to do that, you know. I feel like you should just, you know, paint from the same angle, because it's just like using a consistent brush. You know, you get the consistency with the brushes. And not that I'm using the same brush or anything. And let's see what's happening up there. My thing got wrinkled and splashed. I mean, my references basically got abused here. All right, I want to see, let me just see up here if we can just get a few more lines that just say, hi, we are wood, and gosh darn it. And then we could probably use a shadow there, and I don't know what's happening right there, but it's not necessarily a fine feature at this point. Here I'm going to see about just hitting a straight up. That's cool. Try another one there. And then here we had our dotted line, and try to just put a couple more lines there. Good. And that's looking all right. I'm not sure about, I like the way it is going off the page, but whatever, we're going to keep going. with this theme and try to go right here, get a few more. This is a little bit wider, but you know, we're just trying to say hello, we're wood in the background, right? And I'm gonna see about just taking a little bit more, spread this around, make it like a more of a soft and subtle thing where we're trying to say, hey, we're wood. And believe it or not, I don't know. And what about if we say that's going to be a fictional knot? I mean a poetic license knot, and it looks pretty good. And now I'm going to go get just a slightly darker right here. We'll try to go a little bit darker. Why not? And okay. Yeah, it could be good. I don't know. And then down here, I would like to go here and re-emphasize this one. And I'm sorry that I just hit the thing there. Try to smooth that out. Okay. Oh, that looks all right. I mean, it's weird. What the heck is that? A troll with a hat on or something, right? Whatever. We gotta keep going here. I think we're doing the bold strokes, and I'm gonna try to hit this to punctuate what we got going there. And I just taking some random colors I got here, and we wanted to just kind of break this up. That looks kind of good, that area right there. Looks good. It looks very woody. And do we want to have that down here? Possibly right here. Why not? Just a little speck. And that's pretty good, yeah. And I guess this, just go right in here and try to, I don't know if that's good. I don't think so. Let's see if we can just forget we actually did that paint stroke. Okay. That might be better now. Just sort of dissolve. Okay, well, we got rid of it. I don't know if we... There is this little yellow thing there, which I don't know. It's not bad, not good. Let's see if this is possible to remove. I don't think so. Not that bad that it's there, but it certainly is not the focal point or the highlight of this painting so far. It looks all right. I mean, it's okay. We got a dot there. Oh, we were working on this too last time, and I think that let's just switch gears here and start hitting the yellow. 8 thumbs up! Wow, man, unbelievable! Thanks so much, everybody. Oh wow, 8 thumbs up. All right. So you can see this here. Zoom up on this, and you'll see that we got this one line here. This like a hard line, and that is not really what I have in mind, but let's see if we can't I'm just trying to kind of diffuse that one hard line, and I think we're just going to go up here also, and just going to try to blend this a little, and then right here I really like to soften that one line just by rubbing this neutral tone on there. And this is, I'm going to come in here and just say, hi, we are a continuation of this color here. Because, I mean, it's greenish is fine, but this was a color here. I'm going to try to remove some of this color. There we go. I don't know if it's going to come off. Probably not. Anyway, that's looking pretty good, this little area here. In its own weird way. And this we need to have see, that's right here. We need to have this dark that cuts into the thing, and we need it right there. But I'm not going to try it right now because that's damp. I'm going to see about just get a highlight right here. And it is coming. And, all right, well, we're moving along here. Does it look glassy? It looks a little bit glassy. I got to, wow, thanks a lot for Nintendo Oliva. Appreciate the greeting and the compliment. Hey, Javo here, back. Mama said, OV. Trying to paint from a photograph, and we're also working on this one, which is going to be flowers and greens. And we were also working on this one today, which is we started this paint from life outside, and then we took some photographs, and that is this one. I wanted to go work on it today from the real thing, but it's pouring on and off, so I don't really want to go. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a little piece of, I don't know, maybe it's a cat throw up, who knows. Anyway, so we got these three going. That's what we're doing today. I'm about to take a break too, so sorry if you're just arriving. Oh, 7 people? Okay, let's keep going. Ready? Thanks for that compliment. Javo here, back. Mama said OV. Much appreciated. So, celebrating 9 people here. 12 people here. Celebrating 12 people here. We're going to keep hitting it to the limit. Hit it to the limit. That's what we like to say. And, everything's going okay. It's not really great right here. But I am going to, I think this area here is kind of the simpleton area, like this little area right there. So I'm going to try to add something to that. And I think what would be good is if we got some yellow peeking out right here. So like as if these are grapefruit, in case you didn't know, a lot of people look and say, well, I love those lemons. But hey, excuse me, it's grapefruit. So anyway, see what is. I would normally blot that up with my thumb, but I got a piece of metal in my thumb. And instead of trying to get it out, I thought, well, it's just going to grow out all by itself. So I'm just putting up with some pain for a while. Anyway, so we're trying to erase this area, and then we are going to jump in there and put some yellow, hopefully match this yellow, because then, it's going to be kind of like, hopefully it'll give us the 3D look. Let's find out. So that's a very bad choice of yellow we got there. And I don't really like the way it is. But maybe it's a start, and I'll take the dry brush and pick it up. So we have laid the groundwork, and now time to jump into the yellow palette. Okay, here we go. And then here's hints of yellow. And there is a hint of red in there, as you can see. Here's a little splash of red I got going right there. Let's call this the color, and I'm just gonna bounce it right here, and let's put some right there too. And I think we could even put some right here. And this way we are really going right up this side of the grapefruit and saying, hello, I'm part of the grapefruit. You can see me through the leaves, okay? That's not too bad. It looks a little weird, but hopefully it will translate. I'm going to try to come in here also, just to say it's a little bit bigger, and then that's okay, but I want to pick up this paint here a little bit. So now it's a lot more subtle, and this we're going to have to put a dark right there, but not yet. I think I'm actually going to even make it a little smaller, that thing. Geez, not working that great. Here's an orange. See what happens with this slightly orange approach. Okay, that's a little better. The orange is performing. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay. And it's a bit bright for, so we're going to go right here, and then I'm going to try to get a highlight just right up here. So we're going to have a little orange cradle for our highlight which hopefully will be right there. A yes, not bad. I'm gonna try to go up here a little more. Okay, looking good. So we got a little bit of this orange here. This a bit abrupt there. Should I go a little more subtle? Yes, thank you. That's a lot more subtle. Same down here. Okay, that's more subtle. I don't even like this one anymore. I think that we're gonna try to fuzz it up with some green. Just gonna get a random neutral green I got right here, and let's just sort of come in here. Okay, better to say, hey, we're a plane of the leaf, and look how weird the leaf is. So I had this little white, you see this little white area here, that's hopefully helping us with depth in the leaf. And then this, let's see if we can't get this to be a little bit more there. I'm going to leave that hairline right there, just at least for now. Possibly later on, see, we got another hairline here. Possibly later we will mute it. Like here, I'm definitely ready to mute everything right here. So here it's we're gonna call this the mute tone, and there we go. And I hate that color, to be honest. So I'm gonna try to go a little bit more gray. So that's the green. Here's some gray. Let's see if we can't be here and just say hi, we're here, but we're a little more gray. And I don't know about that. And this we can definitely try to bring it down a little more. And one of the last things we did was this, try to do these stems that are here. And I'm gonna just see about removing a little paint right here just to get a highlight. I don't really want to have high contrast this close to the edge of the paper, but I do want that leaf to be more less of a giant single color block sticking its arm out of the paper. 10 thumbs up. Wow, that is so great. Thanks, everybody. Wow, thank you. Amazing. All right. Gee, I haven't had 10 thumbs up since I don't know when. Yeah, I'm just going to see about changing that a little bit. You see this like slightly hard edge there. That is something that I did paint with bold strokes, but I wish it wasn't there anymore. So here I'm just kind of rubbing that and hoping that we could disintegrate some of the paint that is performing that giant. I'm going to put some yellow on top, see if that can help us. I just want it to be a little bit more soft, the transition. And here, this should definitely go. And this is a little bit too fluorescent green for my taste. Okay, all right, might be better. We're really going places on this one, so I appreciate everybody who came by, and wow, 10 thumbs up. That is crazy, man. I really appreciate it. And so here we are, we're doing the allegedly painting the glass, but we're actually working more with the background right now. And I got to take a break. That was a thrilling 30 minutes where we worked on that painting, and we also worked on this painting here, which is a long project that's been going on for a while. And today we put in these reflections of the tree stumps, and we also added a few little embellishments up there, trying to get structure, richness, and depth. And we also did some large sweeping gestures, trying to build this up so it is more of a 3D form than it is whatever it was before. And this, oh, we worked a lot right there, and that is looking horrible. Let's just see if we can't, I don't know, I'm going to put a bunch of water here and just see if we can't fix some of our errors that we have got going today. And just get that back to a subtlety. Maybe it's a little bit back. Anyways, coming along, I don't know, in a weird thing as a very long time project. So everybody, thanks so much for coming. And wow, 10 thumbs up. That's so great. Unbelievable. I appreciate it so much. And see you very soon for the next one. Bye-bye.